So there is a lot to talk about today. Today, we ended up getting a new trailer for Season 1 here, a part of the Game Awards. We ended up getting gameplay of the new maps, some of the new weaponry and all considered coming into Season 1 within Black Ops Cold War. But we also got a blog post that detailed basically everything that we can expect here within Season 1. So today, Season 1 got revealed, and there's quite a lot to talk about. So as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What are you guys looking forward to the most? New weapons, new maps, maybe new Warzone experiences with Rebirth Island and elsewhere? Whatever it is, let me know your thoughts down below. If you also are new to the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button. We're on that road to 400,000 subscribers, and we'll keep you up to date with all things Black Ops Cold War, Warzone, and Season 1 content as we round into a ton of stuff here over the course of the next coming days and weeks. So if you're interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. And finally, before we jump into the video, a quick little mention. I'm actually going to be taking part in the Code Bowl presented by USAA and Ram Trucks as of tomorrow afternoon. We'll be live around 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and I believe that's 6 p.m. in the UK if you guys want to come hang out and help support the Call of Duty Endowment. If you guys are interested, link in the description below. That's it. Let's talk about this big offering with Season 1. Honestly, man, wow, we got a ton of stuff here. Not only just with the trailer that we mentioned here in the intro, but honestly, having gone and recorded quite a bit of a video and then now seeing even more stuff revealed, we have a lot to talk about. So let's just jump into it here. Firstly, in terms of the offering for Season 1, we learned a lot about that, of course, with the trailer, which we'll see in the background. Unfortunately, we can't put that full thing unedited and with the audio here with it because they use copyrighted music in it. So that could have some adverse effects to the channel. But in terms of covering everything that we see here in that trailer, you'll see things like the new Rebirth Island map, the Alcatraz-esque version for the new Warzone experience, where you'll be able to drop in multiple times but still battle it out to be that last team standing. You see the new fire team map within that. You see some new 2v2 gunfight maps. You see raid here making a return within Black Ops Cold War. It is a big jam-packed offering in terms of the trailer, but that's not even the biggest stuff here with it, because in conjunction with this trailer, we also got a brand new blog post coming for the Season 1 announcement and reveal that gives us even more in-depth looks at everything, and it is so much stuff. When you look at it, firstly, let's start out with what is on offer for maps. Throughout the season, we're going to be seeing 8 new maps here coming within Black Ops Cold War. Granted, some of that may be skewed because it is the introduction of 2v2 and gunfight within Season 1, so we're going to be getting a couple of those to fill out that initial base rotation that you have on offer, in which we'll get 4 of those. But in the way of 6v6, we'll see the Pines, that map that is the mall that we saw within the intro cinematic for Black Ops Cold War's Season 1. It says it's good for quick, intense close quarters battles with focused combat, but also has longer lines of sight for assault rifles and snipers towards the middle of the mall. Of course, raid, we mentioned, is in that trailer that you end up seeing. The legendary map from Black Ops 2, set in the Hollywood Hills of Los Angeles, California. It's the classic re-envisioned here, I guess remastered, because from what we see in the trailer and what we see in the marketing material, it looks identical. It doesn't look like much has changed here, which is both probably good and bad depending on who you ask. We end up seeing there's going to be the Nuketown 84 holiday version here, which is Nuketown, but just the nighttime version set up with Christmas lights and a little bit more ambiance for the holidays. But then we jump over into Game Show, which is a 2v2 map coming launch week, ICBM, which is another 2v2 map. Then we have KGB, a third 2v2 map, and finally Ubon, the 2v2 map, rounding out the 4 that we have on offer here. At launch, we'll see those 7 maps coming within Season 1 as of next Wednesday, the 16th. So you're going to have a lot to jump into if you're a multiplayer person. And the 8th map is coming in season here, in which that is called Sanatorium. It's the fire team map, but it's deep in the Ural Plains in the Soviet Experimental Health Retreat, and is something that is including various areas of environmental play, wooded hills, a concrete hotel, a lakeside where vehicles, of course, will come in handy, wooden docks, and then the entire compound to follow. So quite a lot on offer in terms of what we see for maps, and that's awesome to me. For operators, we know that we'll have Stitch here as that main character that we see, and he's, of course, in all the marketing and promo material. He is going to be coming to the fold here on day 1, but throughout the season, we'll also get introduced to 2 more operators, Bulldozer, part of the NATO faction, and Zayna, also part of NATO. Now these, they do specify, are going to be in the store bundles later on in Season 1, so just like Modern Warfare, we'll see that premier operator within the Battle Pass here for just simply activating and buying into the battle pass, but then the extra additional operator will probably be seen in 2400 COD point bundles that we see in the shop as per normal. So those will be introduced here within Season 1. There will be 5 new weapons coming as well, including the MAC-10 SMG, the Groza Assault Rifle, the Street Sweeper Shotgun, and then 2 melees of the Sledgehammer and Wakizashi, a sword, coming in season as well. Now, for those mainline weapons of the MAC-10 and the Groza, those are coming within launch, the MAC-10 being available to use at tier 15 in the battle pass, and then the Groza being obtained at tier 31. Again, identical to the formatting that we had within Modern Warfare. So it's going to be something you can jump into and after just a little bit of playtime, be able to take advantage of those new weapons. It's not something like Black Ops 4 where you had to wait until tier 100 to get that final mastercraft or weapon that you wanted. So definitely nice to see that. The Street Sweeper, or as you may know it, the Striker Shotgun, is going to be coming in season, and that's going to be something that, again, if we're following everything like Modern Warfare's patterns, will probably be something that is also both in the shop as well as in season with a challenge introduced as well for organic unlock. One really interesting and awesome thing I think that is coming within Season 1 is a new score streak of the HARP. This being a high altitude reconnaissance plane, but is essentially your VSAT. The downside is, though, is that apparently it actually can be shot down, but it will give you that real-time location, not a directional sweep that we had in previous air quote VSAT versions, but this will be that real-time UAV or reconnaissance that can really help you out in trying to keep those streaks alive. So that'll be nice to see being introduced. There's going to be a new vehicle of the tactical raft being introduced in season, not during launch week. In Zombies, we're going to have a couple of new modes. Firstly, Jingle Hells, in which it's a limited time holiday mode that turns D Machina into a more winter wasteland than what they say as Wonderland. So it'll be cool to see that kind of stuff happen and change up the pace a little bit. But they also mentioned in season we're going to be seeing Zombies Cranked, which is essentially what you think of it as if you know what Cranked is in multiplayer. You got to get kills before you end up exploding and going down. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays into the sort of overall play style of Zombies, but interesting no less. After that, we got detailed that there's going to be new season challenges, of course, introduced at launch, in which you'll have 2 collections of 20 calling cards, each 20 for multiplayer, 20 for zombies, with each calling card becoming accessible in both collections every 10 seasonal levels. So your aim, of course, if you're interested in this, is to get to rank 200 or up, so you can unlock all of them and then complete them. And if you complete them all, you get a mastery calling card to show that you did all of that. Similar to the emblems, but it's calling cards all around. They also detailed a little bit about the new prestige levels and the prestige shop. This coming at launch of season 1. This will reset your rank back down to level 1, but you of course keep all your creative class content, and your progress will resume from that highest prestige level that you ended up hitting. So for example, I hit rank 100, so therefore I'm prestige 3. I'll start at prestige 3 level 1. Then with every 50 levels, you gain a new prestige. So level 50 will give a new prestige, a new emblem, a prestige key, a weapon blueprint, and a battle pass tier skip. Level 100 will be a new prestige, new emblem, new prestige key, and another battle pass tier skip. Same thing goes then for the next 50, and then at level 200, you end up getting a new prestige, a new emblem, a prestige key, a battle pass tier skip, a master prestige calling card, and all season challenges are now unlocked at that point. Then from levels 250 to 1000, you get new prestige keys every 50 levels. So kind of allowing you to prestige and then keep grinding out if you want to, but also keeping that basis of the seasonal system. It'll be interesting to see how this is received and how it plays out, but it is interesting no less. But throughout the season, you can end up earning 4 new prestiges during season 1, and then presumably 4 more in season 2, 3, 4, and so on. But of course, with this update also means that this will happen across not only just Black Ops Cold War, but Warzone and Modern Warfare as well. So if you're interested in playing any of those titles, you progress a universal level and progression system. Now, Warzone, we're going to talk a lot about either tomorrow or on Saturday, depending on when we get around to it, but we got some basic details here of some of the content that we're going to have here with Season 1, and it's exciting. There's, of course, the new map of Rebirth Island dropping on day 1 during launch week, which is going to deliver an entirely new Battle Royale experience in the Soviet base on Rebirth Island. Now, if it looks familiar, that's because it's a repurposed version of Alcatraz from Blackout. So it is something we have seen before, but reskinned, changed, and adding a little bit here to the overall feel of the map, and playable locations as well. Right now, it says there are planned playlists to include trios and quads with a lower player count than in Verdansk, so probably around 100 at the max. But if it's anything like Alcatraz, it also could be even lower, maybe going down to 50. One cool thing though, coming along with the launch of this is that they say to celebrate the new Warzone experience's launch, there's going to be a limited time event for 16 different challenges for those dropping into Rebirth Island, where you can earn calling cards, charms, emblems, stickers, and a special LMG blueprint along with other, as they say, additional secrets to uncover. There's going to be also introduced in Season 1 a brand new Gulag experience within not only Verdansk, but also Rebirth Island as well, though it doesn't seem like that one will come immediately. For Verdansk, though, we're going to see a brand new Gulag in which it is a sort of interrogation room style of Gulag, but it looks almost like Nuketown. It's a faux Nuketown, if you will, in which it's a smaller, condensed version, and that's where we're going to be battling it out. No longer are you in the Gulag showers, but instead you're in the interrogation room. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And of course, as a new experience overall, that's pretty cool. Now, will there be multiple like there was in Warzone's initial first launch and year here? We don't know if there will be like 3 variations of Nuketown or different maps in this interrogation room. That's still yet to be determined, but that's something coming as well. The new Rebirth Island Gulag is going to take place underneath Rebirth Island, actually in the catacombs, but it is something that when we look at the game modes on offer for launch week, it doesn't seem like we'll be able to experience that just yet, if I'm understanding it properly, because we will have those drop in like Alcatraz portal quads with redeploys and respawns here in the initial game modes. That initial game mode being Resurgence, in which you're of course tasked with being the last team standing, but upon kills, you actually gain a little bit of a moment of what they call extreme clarity on where the rest of the enemy team is located. So maybe a quick little scanning ping that will show you locations of enemies around you. Later in the season, Warzone is going to have a brand new vehicle called the attack helicopter, which will be interesting to see how that works out. We thought jugs were bad, but an attack helicopter might be a little worse. We'll see how that one plays out. New content integration is going to be happening with milsims. That was something that was detailed here firstly in this blog and wasn't necessarily slated for the Warzone integration, but it says after that, every single operator introduced is going to be in Warzone simultaneously. They ended up mentioning that there's going to be some stuff in terms of the Cold War weaponry, of course, all 30 weapons, plus the Groza and MAC-10 are going to be available within the game at launch. And they mentioned briefly the progression on how you can play Warzone and still rank up, of course, your battle pass, but also your universal level as well. They finally closed out this blog post by talking a little bit about the store and how, one, Mastercrafts from Black Ops 4 are going to be returning. Now, whether or not they are full-blown animated like some of them were within Black Ops 4, we'll have to wait and see, but that system is returning as well. So seemingly a little bit of a step up above the blueprint system, making these sort of air quote ultra rare, if you'd want to call it that. But all in all, there is a ton of stuff here going on within Season 1, and it's going to be, honestly, launch 2.0, I think, for Black Ops Cold War, and of course, Warzone as well. So that said, that is everything that we learned here today, and there's still so much to talk about that we're going to be talking through the weekend here. So stick it here on the channel if you guys are interested, but that's where we're going to wrap it up. So I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this here? Are you looking forward to anything in particular? I know I'm very much so looking forward to Rebirth Island and the Warzone integration, but I'd love to get your thoughts down below. Hopefully enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so I don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops Cold War, Warzone, and of course, Season 1 content as we round into so much to talk about. So that said, hit the subscribe button if you're interested. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. But that said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.